The European Invitational is a $20,000 Psionics approved 3v3 tournament with 16 teams, all EU RLCS teams, 5 EU RL RS teams, and Sandrock Gaming from Saudi Arabia. They are all competing for their share of $20,000. The format is a 4 groups of 4 round robin into 8-team double elimination. But yeah, it's going to be Dignitas versus AS Monaco to kick us off. Best of 5. Should we go Mannfield night? Good old faithful Mannfield night. Oh, I almost started this with some cheeky mutator settings. That would have been good. It was going to be first to 1 goal wins and also unlimited match duration. I've got some bots in the lobby. Major tournament, by the way. Let's try that again. Nobody saw that. No. 4v4 with bots. If everybody joins the teams, you end up with just 1 bot in each team. I think it would be quite interesting to see how that would go, to be honest. But I'm certainly looking forward to watching the real version of this series. Are they going to wait for me to say go? All RLCS teams always wait until I type go before they start. I'm not used to that. Usually the 1v1 players, they start before anyone else is even in the lobby. But we've got Dignitas against AS Monaco to kick off the tournament, and it's AS Monaco who get the opening goal. Now, these two teams have already played this year in RLCS. That's a great mind game. Well played by Tigray. But yeah, like I was saying, these two teams have already played in RLCS this year, and Dignitas came out on top. Dignitas currently undefeated in RLCS. Meanwhile, Monaco struggling at the bottom end of the table, but let's see if this is going to be a similar sort of story. AS Monaco, despite the fact that they are currently at the bottom of the standings in RLCS, I think they are still a very solid team. And this is a chance for them to kind of start with a clean slate and see what they can do against the top teams in Europe in a different tournament. Ignite and Tigray, of course, had RLCS experience before this season, but Extra is new to RLCS, but I'm sure that those of you who have been following his career through RLRS will know just how dangerous of a player he can be. Incredible mechanics. Ignite would have loved to have a bit more boost for that one. And here comes Extra. He's going to shoot high and to the right hand side. No luck for him there. Yeah, like every other series that we have today, this is going to be best of 5. That's a great start. Actually, that's almost 2-0 Tigray. At the back of the net. In his back pocket earlier on. This time he just misses, but Extra puts in a second goal. And Dignitas are struggling early on against ASM, who have not been having a great RLCS season so far. Now you might be wondering what kind of matchups are we going to be seeing in league play throughout this tournament. For the most part, it will be matches that we have already seen in RLCS. If it's RLCS versus RLCS teams, and that is intentional. One of the main reasons why an RLCS team would not want to play in a tournament like this mid-season is for fear of playing against a team that they also have to play against that weekend or in a future weekend in RLCS. So we've deliberately structured it to try and avoid that happening as much as possible. And we'll also be able to see repeat matchups. See, are things going to go the same way that they did the first time around, or is it going to be different? Yukio trying to return the pass to Astral. That's intercepted by Ignite. Pass was a bit behind. Dignitas are starting to get a bit more possession on the ball now, and they are one of the best passing teams in the world right now. Ever since their first, I think, RLCS or their RLCS run as a team together, they just look like a completely different roster. It's really impressive how they've been able to turn their success around just with one tournament win, because that's not always been the case. Teams that do well at an RLCS LAN, they don't always continue to do well afterwards when they go back to online play, but that's exactly what Dignitas have been able to do. They're looking like the dominant force in Europe right now, perhaps even the world. That remains to be seen. NRG, current world champions, have been struggling somewhat compared to at least last year's perfect run. Like now with a nice recovery there, called off the ball by Extra, who had the clear, but ASM are sitting very deep here. This is dangerous They're going to need to defend their backboard. They're going to need to defend infield passes. They're going to need to defend their goal. It's not an easy thing to do against Dignitas. They're such good passers of the ball. There was an opportunity for Yukio. Saved well by ASM. NRG struggling. They have one loss. I'd call a one-loss NRG a struggling NRG. I mean, they're not supposed to lose. Apparently neither are Dignitas, but they're losing right now. Panda trying to bring the ball down. They want to try and control the pace of the game here. They're trying to keep the ball away from ASM. ASM are quite comfortable sitting in defense. Apart from one goal they conceded almost immediately after a kickoff, they've been extremely comfortable in midfield play versus Dignitas. There doesn't seem to be any mechanical advantage, even though you've got players like Astral, Yukio on the other side of the field. That shot from Violent Panda was on target but slow. And it's just over a minute remaining in game one. Let's see if Dignitas can do what they've been doing all season. Getting those W's. They've not always been coming hot out the gate. In fact, their last match that they did play in RLCS was a reverse sweep. They're one of those teams that you can never count out of a series. Very there mentally. Extra. Wow, that's a huge shot off the wall. Let's put a bit of pressure on Dig at the end of the match. Would have been nice to pick up an extra goal. Cushion to sit on. Extra. Only gets the ball past one. Yukio with an interception. You know, Extra is really slotted into RLCS so well. It looks like he's meant to be, as do so many of the young French players these days. Yukio to the right hand side. Violent Panda is there. Now towards Astral, but his touch doesn't really go to anywhere good. Extra puts it into the open net. And that's 3-1 for ASM. Surely the game. Misplay by Astral. Dumped the ball middle. There was nobody there for Dignitas to pick up the pieces. Where's TEI? The European Invitational, my friend. There is there should be a link, right? To the Wikipedia page. If not, could one of the mods make one so that we can send people over there? Is it, yeah, bracket? Okay, yeah, you can click on when the Nightbot posts a link after exclamation mark bracket. Just click on that one, and you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. That's not exactly the start that everybody was expecting. Certainly not the start that I was expecting. I knew that ASM were not going to be a pushover here, but still, to completely match Dignitas mechanically for the entirety of the game and look like just as much of a coherent unit, that is impressive. Extremely impressive. Let's get into game number 2. Don't worry, Dig still got this. I will see. We will see. I messed up Dignitas flow with the false starts. You're really gonna put this one on me. I'm sorry, man. I do remember Yukio really didn't want to leave that lobby after I started it with bots by mistake. He was in there for a good while. Probably destroying all the bots by himself. Oh, that's just bounced through. I ignite composure. Just watches the third man stand back. Well, that's not the best triple commit I've ever seen. ASM all flying forward. Extremely fortunate for them that nobody from Dignitas was there to punish what was all 3 players in one place. You should make a title European Invitational, include $20,000 in the title so you get more attraction to the stream. Yeah, maybe you're right actually. What is the title right now? I'm really lazy. I left it to the mods to make the title. I think I just said TEI Day 1. I'm really bad at like social media and titles and everything. Is it still TEI Day 1? The title's very boring. Yeah, it is. Sorry guys. That is a really boring title. Do we have any mods in here who can fix my extremely boring title? Because that is just appalling. Who wrote that? Extra flip reset. Not really any good way to use it. If we don't have any mods in here, I'll do it myself. What should I make the title? I should definitely clickbait Dignitas. Maybe I'll put K-Dop on stream later in there. He's the most famous Rocket League player right now, right? Final Panda 1-0 for Dig. This has been a bit of a messier game in defense for ASM. Multiple players flopping forward at that ball, not making contact. If I manage to change it, Magic's the GOAT. Really appreciate that. What does it say now? What's the title? Somebody use exclamation mark title. I want to read it. I mean, I could do it myself, but I'd have to tab out. Wait, does the exclamation mark title not do anything? Oh, it does. Oh, Lenny's done it. Oh, yeah, the triple exclamation mark in the title. A fantastic touch. Really well done. That's much better. There we go. Now all the viewers are going to come pouring in. Dignitas on the comeback trail here. Not wanting to wait until game 3 to get it started like they had to do at the weekend. Oh, extra! Off the joint. That was a not bad shot. And now a chance for Dig at the other end. Has Ignite overextended. He will catch up to it. Yukio in field. Ignite forced into another save. Everything's just going in field to Dignitas at the moment. You know, they have to be careful if they're going to keep using the same offensive strategy over and over again. Yes, they are one of the best infield passing teams in the world, and they do get many a goal from that particular strategy, but ASM are smart enough to start making hard interceptions and counter-attacks happen. If Dignitas over-rely on that one strategy, they have to keep mixing things up. Don't want to become predictable. Ignite, uncontested. He will go in field to Tigray. That's a good win on the race to the ball for Tigray. Astral takes it past Extra, who recovers well, but it's just gone in. Oh, what a save by Extra. From the corner on target. Off a 50-50, not an easy reaction. Now Extra winning the race to the ball in the midfield. Just like game 1, it hasn't been a mechanical problem for ASM. They have been keeping up and beating Dignitas to the ball multiple times. You wonder, watching how well they're doing in this matchup, just how everything's gone so wrong for them in RLCS. They'll be looking to salvage their season with the remaining matches. But like I said in game 1, this is a fresh start for them. A chance to prove that they are not only as good as their current RLCS performance, so they can do better. Extra infield to Ignite. He puts it wide. The wall keeps it in. Astral back into the corner. Looking a bit awkward though, Dignitas. That's a brilliant save by Astral. You know, most players in that position would have been struggling to reach the ball, but Astral almost always has a way to get to it. Too great. Getting a bit of a dunk, but it goes outside. And Yukio faster than Ignite on this occasion. They're keeping the ball away from danger. They're staying 1 goal ahead here. And Extra's clear, doesn't go too far. Great, able to get on the end of it, and Extra takes a touch. That's a good mix-up by him. Every other time that he's been in that position, he's gone as quickly as possible for the goal, for the shot. I don't think anybody on the Dignitas goal line was expecting him to bring that one down. And again, Extra just controls the ball, gets a dunk center to Ignite, and that's a tie game with 12 seconds left. What a carry though by Extra, over 1, and then under Yukio. And Ignite with a placement. He sticks it underneath Violent Panda's save. And that's exactly what Extra has been doing for this team since he joined the roster. Can they go one better? Can they put Dignitas 1 game away from losing this series? Ignite wasn't far off demoing Panda there. Astral would have had it covered on the back wall anyway. It's going to be Dignitas with the last chance in regulation time. Panda drops it down to Astral, and everybody's up. For ASM, it's Extra with a pre-jump save, keeping the minute, and the ball's not gone yet. Yukio sticks it back into the danger area. Panda's up uncontested, double touch down to the ground. What an ending that could have been. Violent Panda unable to find the accuracy. It looked like everybody was out of boost in the ASM defense. Tough read for multiple members. That's another double commit. Nobody makes contact for ASM. A high shot comes in. Panda makes it count this time. And that is a little bit of redemption after the 0-second miss. I know he won't be too happy with his double touch, but you'll be pretty happy with his placement there, as Dignitas equalize in the series. We're up to 1-1 now. And yes, it is a best of 5 for anybody wondering. All the group stage matches in the tournament will be best of 5. Do players use chat in RLCS matches? Almost definitely yes. Who do you guys think uses the most chat? Who would be the most annoying quick chat player? Turbo? Oh yeah, that's very true actually. I love how everybody just immediately comes out with Turbo. I know that back in the day, Marky Duda used to use a lot of quick chat. People would mute him because he would just want to save. He would want to save everybody when they miss. Turbo's reformed. He doesn't say anything. Oh, really? Okay, maybe Garrett, you can fill us in on the details. Spill the beans. Who is the noisiest and most annoying quick chatter? I don't know if Panda had a reset there. It looked like he definitely would have used it if he did. It's another good start for ASM. They'll be able to keep the pressure going this time. Arsenal? Really? That's interesting. Arsenal with a quick chat. What's his quick chat of choice? If I had to guess, I would put Arsenal down as a close one kind of guy. But that's just pure speculation. I've never seen him quick chat before. Close one is a pretty high-level quick chats. Just, thinking of that right now, we need to make a quick chat tier list. But first, we need to enjoy this double touch by Yukio. Check this out. Not the back wall, the ceiling, and then into the top corner. That is pretty juicy. 1-1. Yeah, quick chat tier list. We definitely need to do that in the future. That is proper genius right there. Some other YouTubers, Rocket League YouTubers probably watching and is currently stealing this one. Too late. Shouldn't have said it. Should have kept my mouth shut. Triple wow from K-Dop. Is that his go-to? The 3 wows. There's not a lot of boost on ASM defense again. This has been a recurring issue for them at times. And, you can't really blame them for looking shaky when they've got 0 boost in defense against Dignitas. And that just didn't. No, Yukio's got it clear. Extra. Punishing him for a weak clear though. And it's well knocked forward by VP to make sure that it does stay clear of the blue goal for now. Yeah, we've talked a lot in the past about what new quick chats would be great to add to the game. Oh, what shot by Ignite. Hello. Another top corner. Didn't think he was going to be able to pull this one out, but what a read. Gets in the ideal position. How about that for a finish? Oh my goodness. Really didn't waste any time before launching that one in. That is really impressive. I don't think that just top bins boomers get enough appreciation in the Rocket League esports community. If a goal doesn't involve some spinny, flippy aerial plays, then nobody clips it for Reddit, but these shots are just as difficult to execute. At least at this highest level where people are pulling double touches and flip resets out the pocket like it's no big deal. Oof needs to be a quick chat. Yeah, that's quite recent, I guess. I still stand by my all-time favorite quick chat that hasn't been added to the game yet as faking. This would be the king. This would be the king. It would actually be useful as well. Faking would be a useful quick chat. It wouldn't even just be a meme. It would be extremely useful. I mean, I could use it on most of my touches. Nice save by Extra. He's done well here to keep the ball under control. And also secure the boost in the back corner. And Ignite's crept off the goal line. Nobody's defending the middle right now. That's a free hit for Astral. And it doesn't take long for Dignitas to punish a defensive mispositioning. There was just nobody on the back wall here. Nobody in the middle. Nobody back post. Nobody in the goal at all. I mean, if you're all that far forward in the corner, you're leaving a lot of area exposed in the box. Dignitas straight away equalize once again. Nice recovery by Azrael. He got bumped. He got in the way of the shot that followed. Yukio's pre-jump misses, but Violent Panda is there to help him out. T-Gray keeping Violent Panda at bay. Ignite will go to the left-hand side to see if anything's happening over there. Extra actually got a flip reset rebound there, but he wasn't too close to making contact. Am I not going to use Facecam? Yes, I am not going to use Facecam for this tournament. This is true. Probably going to start using Facecam again afterwards. That's the plan, at least. Really important game here for ASM. Of course, if Dignitas lose this, most people would still put them as the favourites to win this series, myself included. They just have that ability to come back seemingly from any scoreline against any opposition these days. But ASM, if they go 2-1 down, it's going to be really difficult for them to come back and get 2 in a row against Dignitas at the end of a series. They've got 1 minute to try, find a goal. Ignite backflips. You know, I think it might have been better for him that he did, though, because he was getting beaten to the ball. Azrael to the middle to Yukio, back to Azrael. That's just missed on the 1-2 play. Extra trying to play as efficiently as possible here, while the boost is low for himself and for other members in his team. Tigre gets it past one, not able to get it past the second player. ASM are starting to flex a bit. They're starting to launch in some power hits. Dignitas got caught out by Ignite's bullet of a shot earlier on in the game. Need to keep an eye on him if they're going to make it to the finish line in this one with no scars. 15 seconds left. Ignite with a double jump block attempt. Does land clean. Dignitas are just patiently waiting for the next opportunity to expose a weakness in the ASM defense. Is this it right here? No. Tigre gets in the way of the ball. Vinyl Panda infield. That's actually shot on his own net by Extra, but it was going to touch the ground before 0 seconds. So no big problems there. Dignitas win the kickoff. They get the ball to the right hand side where Yukio is waiting. And now they're in a bit of trouble here. Vinyl Panda really awkwardly positioned in the goal. He does knock the ball to safety. For a moment it looked like ASM were going to win just moments into OT. And the one time these two guys did play in RLCS this season, ASM won game 1. Yeah, that was close. And then game 2, Dignitas won, which was also close. And game 3 and 4, Dignitas just ran away with. So ASM have already done better today than they did in RLCS. But they'd love to go even better still. Get the win against Dig. And remember that the series score does matter in this format. We've got a group stage where that could come back to haunt them or to help them, depending how it goes in this series and the others in Group A. Minute into OT. Tigre intentionally flipping away from that one. Realized there was another touch coming in. Violent Panda again, position a bit too far forward, but no real threat this time. ASM are certainly not afraid to commit really aggressively with their first man. Multiple double jump block attempts, looking for big dunks, interceptions, infield to Yukio, and that's just going to be the game. You know, we talked about it earlier on, it's how hard it is to defend every aspect of the game against Dignitas, and this is exactly why you don't know if Azrael's shooting that ball, you don't know if he's backboarding it, if he's taking it up the wall, or if, like he did here, goes in field, and just like that they've lost the game. Dignitas 2-1 up, and now this is going to be really difficult for ASM to come back. I realized I probably did I forget to save the replay in game 2? I think I did, so we've already failed. Did I intentionally seed RV versus SNG? Yes, I did. I talked about this a bit earlier actually. So RLCS teams, well, some of the RLCS teams told me that they were concerned about the prospect of playing a team in this tournament and then having to play them the same weekend in RLCS. So we tried where possible to make fair groups while also putting RLCS teams in groups with other teams from RLCS that they've already played in RLCS, if you know what I mean. So you're going to see repeat matchups like this one. Vitality versus SNG. It's not a bad pre-jump by Ignite. He does reach the ball, but uses all his boost to do so. Dignitas, they look like they're just set to take this game now. Oh, what a shot by Azrael. Did this one actually take a touch off the defender, or has it just gone straight in? We have to take another look at an angle. It looks like Ignite did get a little touch on it. It wasn't going in when he made that touch, so he wasn't credited with the save. You wonder if it might have worked out better for them had he just left it. Could have been one of those that bounces off the bar and then goes straight up in the air in front of the goal. This is the danger for ASM. You lose game 3 against Dig, it's so difficult to win 2 in a row. They just have to try desperately now. Oh, that's a great shot though by Tigre. It didn't look like there was any chance for him to score this one. Look at how early he gets up for this rebound off this sidewall. And he still gets it on target underneath Yukio, who was trying to make a save in front of him. That's, I think, read of the day. That's incredible. Even better than Yukio's double touch off the ceiling that we saw earlier. That might be exactly what they needed to wake up now. Come back again in game number 4. Tigre manages to get the ball clear, but Extra, his teammate, has been bumped all the way into the Dignitas half. When that happens, ASM in the past have overextended with their other members. They really need to communicate that kind of thing when somebody's out of position, when somebody's still recovering for a longer time. The other 2 players in the team need to know, and they need to be able to adapt their own playstyle accordingly, not go for things they would usually go for, not play as aggressively as they would usually play. Yukio all the way down the left-hand side himself, looking for a 0 boost bump onto Extra. He locks him up by getting a pit maneuver on him. Dignitas looking for another goal. They preferred being 2 ahead. They want that 2-goal cushion to sit on as well. Feels so much more comfortable in 3v3 when you have that extra goal. But they're not going to have any goal advantage to sit on now, because that is hardly a clear ball from VP, and it's gone straight to Ignite, who puts it over both of the defenders on the goal line. Easy finish for him. 2-2. AS Monaco are not done. They want to get the comeback win today. They want to go at least 1 better than they did in RLCS, where they dropped 3-1 to Dignitas. They have looked threatening today. This is why Group A could be one of the more dangerous ones. Everybody's saying B, D look like the tough ones, but AS Monaco are a really solid team. They've been underperforming in RLCS, but they can really play well. And if you watch their qualification for RLCS, you'll know that. Ignite, flip reset into the bar. Dignitas are scrambling here. Extra's got a free hit. Pre-jump does not make contact. Yukio's just parked on the goal line to drive it clear. It's a chance for ASM though. Ignite still sending shots so easily to the top corner. Yukio got bumped midair, or else he would have had that double. Ignite looks for Tigre on the left-hand side on the counter-attack. That's on target. Yukio back already. What a recovery by him. One end of the field to the other. This game is suddenly end-to-end. I think this is probably the type of game that favors Dignitas. ASM need to make it a bit messier. They don't want a clean game like this where Dignitas can pick each other out of the field and start to pick the defense of ASM apart. And how often have we seen this? It's an infield pass struck perfectly into the bottom corner. Dignitas just do that so well, and they're back in front by 1. Still a lot of work to be done after the ball reaches Astral there. The shot was absolutely perfect. Yukio dribbles it infield. Tigre is trying to get back and help, but he's not going to get there in time. Violent Panda makes it 4-2. That's exactly what I was talking about. In this end-to-end match, in this sort of counter-attacking style of gameplay, Dignitas thrive, ASM do not. They've had a much harder time connecting the passes from one end of the field to the other, connecting passes in the other side of the field, but Dignitas just don't have that same issue. They spread out perfectly. Look at the off-the-ball positioning here by Panda. He's all the way over on the far side. I don't think the defense even know that he's there until it's too late, and it's 5-2, easy as you like. Dignitas showing once again why they're the team to beat in Europe at the moment. That's actually... yeah, my memories fail me on who they're yet to play right now in RLCS Dignitas. Let me just check that. Yeah, they do still have to play Vitality and Barcelona and Veloce, who are the 3 teams right below them in the standings, and Reciprocity. So Dignitas, they have got a difficult road ahead of them in RLCS. There's no doubt about that to finish off the season. It's going to be very, very difficult to keep their perfect record. But they're the only team who can have a perfect record so far. Everybody else has at least dropped 1 game. That's going to be another goal. Azrael just had an insult to injury here. AS Monaco. They know it's already over. They've just not been able to keep up with Dignitas. And similarly to the series that they played against Dig in RLCS, when it started going in Dignitas' favour, it really, really went in Dignitas' favour, and they are really punishing ASM. They're not just denying them goals, but they're scoring multiple at the other end of the field as well. A little backwards dribble by Azrael. Need a little spice in his life. And that shows the difference in class between these two teams that there currently is when ASM start to lose. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That is the sickest pre-jump. What? Violent Panda to Yukio. They both took off at the same time. And Yukio slams it on target. That might be the best pass we see all tournament, and we're in the first series. What on earth? I mean, I was just in the middle of saying that Dignitas, they knew that they had to sort out their defense before they started to go looking for more and more goals. That's exactly what they did. But my goodness, when they started looking for more goals, did they get them? 8-2. That's 6 goals in a row. A little pre-flip and a catch to get the takeoff for Violent Panda. Dignitas are in the highest gear right now. Just unbelievable stuff. And AS Monaco, it's going to be hard to remember how well they played earlier on in the series. It's going to be so difficult for them to think back to when this was a close one. Every single game this series was close except this. But what a painful ending they've had. Dignitas have absolutely stomped them, and they've gone 3 wins in a row to take the lead in Group A. ASM will have to beat at least one of their other opponents. 2 if they want to qualify completely on their own terms. Yeah, that one I am not going to forget to save. That's just outrageous. By Violent Panda and Yukio. And Azrael as well to get the initial pass started. Just been informed by Azrael that he can come on for a post-match interview. Hold on a sec. Let me get him in my Discord. Where are they? Oh, there they are. They're all in the lounge. Oh, we got Verge as well. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to pull them in. I'm going to pull them into the correct room. Hello?
Yo. Oi, oi, oi.
Oh my goodness, there's so many random people joining in.
Yes. Look, Verge. Who's that? Don't add Verge.
I thought you were gonna leave me.
No. Wait. I've got to adjust the volume here apparently. I think you're all really quiet or something.
Hey, Johnny, what's this? I'm still banned on your Twitch channel, man.
Wait, what?
I'm still banned on your Twitch channel.
You're banned?
Yeah.
Why are you banned?
It's been 84 years.
What's your Twitch?
Years.
I don't even...
Pandorel. Well, Violent Pandorel.
I think I got it. I don't even know why you're banned.
Oh, wait, I have to follow the chat.
Hey, was it like a 10-minute chat window? Okay, by the way, this is a Psionics approved event, so we will have only the best language.
Of course.
The cleanest language. But yeah, obviously all languages are equal. That wasn't a comment about English or French or anything, Azrael. But yeah, guys, what on earth just happened in that last game? We'll talk about the whole series, but I want to ask you about the last game first. What went on?
Oh, we joined pools.
I mean, we all watched Rocket League of X montage together, like before we played, so as a warm-up.
We needed some more clips for our YouTube channel, so we decided to do it there.
I mean, what actually goes on in comms when something like this is happening? You just hear Yukio say that he's up, and you're like, okay, hold on a second.
No, I was screaming, open, and I saw Yukio pre-jumping, so like, yeah.
And I had to snipe Yukio for the clips, so you know.
It worked out pretty well though. So what's your take on AS Monaco now? So obviously you've beat them in RLCS, you beat them today. The first few games of the series look pretty close, but their results haven't really shown too much going their way recently. Do you think the results are just a bit unfortunate for them? Do you think they're a better team than those results would suggest?
That's not, I'm not speaking. No, okay. To be fair, they're just like unlucky, I guess. Maybe with the pressure, they don't know how, like, they can't handle it, you know. But yeah, I guess they were like everyone expecting better from us, from them. Oh, what am I saying?
Whoa, TOS.
Oh,
Ash was banned from Sonic.
One more question.
No, I'm not speaking anymore. I'm not speaking anymore. See ya.
Okay, so the other two teams in this group are TSM and Notorious Legion Esport. Firstly, TSM, do you think if you had to, pick one team in the group that is going to be the most difficult, would it be them?
That's for you, Panda.
I don't know who Notorious Legion are, so...
Oh!
Wow. He doesn't follow RS yet,
Yeah, I don't watch RS.
Oh! What's your I think...
And he doesn't play ranked either.
Hold on, did you play... I think you might have played them, not this year, but
Who's in the team?
DreamHack Leipzig, it's Taz and Matane's team.
Yeah.
I know the players, so... Yeah, I know Taz, but I don't know
Cash,
the team.
Right? Cash is the new third. I mean,
Yeah, Cash.
Yeah.
But yeah, you eliminated them from day 3 of DreamHack Leipzig in 2019, so...
No, they made
players,
day
I'm sure
3 and we beat them in the first round of day 3.
Day 3 you eliminated them. Yeah.
No, it was just the team name. I didn't know who the team was. But...
Yeah.
I mean, TSM is still good. They've been looking better recently. But I don't know, maybe Notorious Legion is like some wildcard team that just pops off suddenly against us.
They did qualify. They snuck in the last spot. They dropped... They lost 2 games in the qualifier, but they got the tiebreaker for the last spot. So they're trying to make the Cinderella story happen. You'll play them on Thursday this week. So we'll get to see perhaps a really good clip where somebody takes you saying you don't know who they are, and then it'll just go straight to the final goal where they beat you. That would be pretty good. I know. I'm not sure if that's likely. What other teams in the tournament? I mean, I'm sure it'll just be the same as RLCS, really. What other teams are you expecting to have the most difficulty against?
You're talking about the whole tournament?
Yeah,
right?
whole tournament.
I think RCD Espanyol is also going to be scary.
No. Sandrock Gaming.
Yeah.
Who is in that too?
Sandrock Gaming is the Middle East. This is Khaled Ahmed and
Okay.
I'm calling it. They're winning the tournament.
Well, Paddy, do you watch any other Rocket League at all?
No, I watch no RLRS, but I do know who they are.
Because you always lose to them.
Okay.
Yukio, you said RCD Espanyol. You think they're the top team coming out of RLRS at the moment?
I'm not sure how well they will do, but I think they could upset some teams just because they have a really fast playstyle and just chasing. I guess it's scary sometimes.
Why do you think that's working?
How they can...
Why do you think that's working these days, especially in NA, with all these really fast teams beating the older teams who tried to play the slower style, the old style of threes?
I mean, it's just because they can read pretty well any bounces and just try and do crazy stuff. So if they it depends on how well they can pull it off. If they miss something very difficult, then it could turn out bad towards them. But if they actually turn it into a goal, then it's probably going to be scary for the slower teams.
Okay, I wanted to also ask Verge. So after game 1, you guys obviously lost that one. Did we have another really dramatic and inspirational speech to get the team on the right track here today?
Every time we go down and we come back, there's a speech involved.
No,
okay.
it's recorded afterwards.
Okay.
No, it's recorded afterwards.
There wasn't really
any 10 seconds delay, so it doesn't even matter.
Anytime we go down, I try to tell them what I think they need to hear. basically what I think the voice in the back of their head is telling them, but it's a lot easier to listen to it when it's somebody else telling you.
You just think your voice sounds better, right?
Yeah, I think the whole like American accent and everything just adds the right twist to it.
Mm.
I mean, you insulted me, so.
Whoa.
I mean, you did it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, what I was going to ask you guys as well. What you know, are you really looking to get from this tournament? Obviously, for the RLCS teams, this is just a nice little maybe practice for RLCS. But how seriously are you guys taking this? Do you want to win this one really badly, or are you just trying to get some clips for your freestyling montage?
No, this is practice, to be honest. Like, we're trying to take it serious because then it's better practice for us as well, for RLCS.
Not for me. It's all about the content for me because I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. YouTube.com/UQ.
No.
No, you should stream for sure. You should stream the matches or upload them. I don't know if I told anybody, but I am perfectly okay with people making content from this tournament. I, in fact,
thank you,
encourage it.
Alright, we're gonna have some comms video now.
Oh, I would watch this. Yeah, the comms of this last game especially.
Nah,
I think all the videos gonna be like beep. Beep.
Oh, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But listen, thanks for coming to talk to us about the game. Congratulations again on the win. Extremely impressive. We're looking forward to seeing you again on Thursday at the exact same start time actually against NLE. Maybe by then Panda will have found out who they are. But we'll best of luck to you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll talk to you later, I'm sure, when you win another game inevitably.
And also, Johnny, what's up with this beautiful Guildforce logo?
What Guildforce logo?
I had a pink Guildforce logo on your screen in the match.
Wait, really?
It's bug probably.
Is it bugged on Steam?
I think it might be bugged from a long time ago, like when I was on Guildforce.
What? That's so strange. I didn't even notice. I saw people typing Guildforce logo in the chat. I was like, what are they on about? I've got a Dignitas logo on stream. I thought I'd messed it up. But no, we got that one right. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Gonna go get ready for the next match, which is gonna be Triple Trouble versus RCD. But yes, no doubt talk to you guys again in the future. Thanks again for chatting to us.
Later, Johnny.
See ya, kick W.
Later.
Alright, so that was the entire Dignitas squadron. Even got Verge. He's crawled out of bed in the early hours of the morning over there in North America. Well, Verge, what time is it for you? I don't even know where. You're probably east, so it's not even that early. It's like midday. But yeah, thanks for chatting to us. Extremely impressive from Dignitas once again. Did I intentionally seed RV versus SNG? Yes, I did. I talked about this a bit earlier, actually. So, RLCS teams, well, some of the RLCS teams told me that they were concerned about the prospect of playing a team in this tournament and then having to play them the same weekend in RLCS. So, we tried where possible to make fair groups while also putting RLCS teams in groups with other teams from RLCS that they've already played in RLCS, if you know what I mean. So you're going to see repeat matchups like this one. Vitality versus SNG. It's not a bad pre-jump by Ignite. He does reach the ball, but uses all his boosts to do so. Dignitas, they look like they're just set to take this game now. Oh, what a shot by Adstral. Did this one actually take a touch off the defender? Or has it just gone straight in? We have to take another look at an angle. It looks like Ignite did get a little touch on it. It wasn't going in when he made that touch, so he wasn't credited with the save. You wonder if it might have worked out better for them had he just left it. Could have been one of those that bounces off the bar and then goes straight up in the air in front of the goal. This is the danger for ASM. You lose game 3 against Dig. It's so difficult to win 2 in a row. They just have to try desperately now. Oh, that's a great shot though by Tigray. It didn't look like there was any chance for him to score this one. Look at how early he gets up for this rebound off the sidewall. And he still gets it on target underneath Yukio, who was trying to make a save in front of him. That's, I think, read of the day. That's incredible. Even better than Yukio's double touch off the ceiling that we saw earlier. That might be exactly what they needed to wake up now. come back again in game number 4. T-Grave manages to get the ball clear, but Extra, his teammate, has been bumped all the way into the Dignitas half. When that happens, ASM in the past have overextended with their other members. They really need to communicate that kind of thing when somebody's out of position, when somebody's still recovering for a longer time. The other 2 players in the team need to know, and they need to be able to adapt their own playstyle accordingly, not go for things they would usually go for, not play as aggressively as they would usually play. Yukio all the way down the left-hand side himself, looking for a zero boost bump onto X-Ray. Locks him up by getting a pit maneuver on him. Dignitas looking for another goal. They preferred being 2 ahead. They want that 2-goal cushion to sit on as well. Feels so much more comfortable in 3v3 when you have that extra goal. But they're not going to have any goal advantage to sit on now, because that is hardly a clear ball from VP, and it's gone straight to Ignite, who puts it over both of the defenders on the goal line. Easy finish for him. 2-2. Yes, Monaco are not done. They want to get the comeback win today. They want to go at least 1 better than they did in RLCS, where they dropped 3-1 to Dignitas. They have looked threatening today. This is why Group A could be one of the more dangerous ones. Everybody's saying B, D look like the tough ones, but yes, Monaco are a really solid team. They've been underperforming in RLCS, but they can really play well. And if you watch their qualification for RLCS, you'll know that. Ignite, flip reset into the bar. Dignitas are scrambling here. Extra's got a free hit. Pre-jump, does not make contact. Yukio's just parked on the goal line to drive it clear. It's a chance for ASM though. Ignite still sending shots so easily to the top corner. Yukio got bumped midair, or else he would have had that double. Ignite looks for Tigre on the left-hand side on the counter-attack. That's on target. Yukio back already. What a recovery by him. One end of the field to the other. This game is suddenly end-to-end. I think this is probably the type of game that favors Dignitas. ASM need to make it a bit messier. They don't want a clean game like this, where Dignitas can pick each other out of the field and start to pick the defense of ASM apart. And how often have we seen this? It's an infield pass, struck perfectly into the bottom corner. Dignitas just do that so well, and they're back in front by 1. Still a lot of work to be done after the ball reaches Astral there. The shot was absolutely perfect. Yukio dribbles it infield. Tigre is trying to get back and help, but he's not going to get there in time. Violent Panda makes it 4-2. That's exactly what I was talking about. In this end-to-end match, in this sort of counter-attacking style of gameplay, Dignitas thrive, ASM do not. They've had a much harder time connecting the passes from one end of the field to the other, connecting passes in the other side of the field, but Dignitas just don't have that same issue. They spread out perfectly. Look at the off-the-ball positioning here by Panda. He's all the way over on the far side. I don't think the defense even know that he's there until it's too late, and it's 5-2, easy as you like. Dignitas showing once again why they're the team to beat in Europe at the moment. That's actually... yeah, my memories fail me on who they're yet to play right now in RLCS Dignitas. Let me just check that. Yeah, they do still have to play Vitality and Barcelona and Veloce, who are the 3 teams right below them in the standings, and Reciprocity. So Dignitas, they have got a difficult road ahead of them in RLCS. There's no doubt about that to finish off the season. It's going to be very, very difficult to keep their perfect record. But they're the only team who can have a perfect record so far. Everybody else has at least dropped 1 game. That's going to be another goal. Azrael just add an insult to injury here. AS Monaco, they know it's already over. They've just not been able to keep up with Dignitas. And similarly to the series that they played against Dig in RLCS, when it started going in Dignitas' favor, it really, really went in Dignitas' favor, and they are really punishing ASM. They're not just denying them goals, but they're scoring multiple at the other end of the field as well. A little backwards dribble by Azrael. Need a little spice in his life. And that, you know, that shows the difference in class between these two teams that there currently is when ASM start to lose. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That is the sickest pre-jump. What? Violent Panda to Yukio. They both took off at the same time. And Yukio slams it on target. That might be the best pass we see all tournament. And we're in the first series. What on earth? I mean, I was just in the middle of saying that Dignitas, they knew that they had to sort out their defense before they started to go looking for more and more goals. That's exactly what they did. But my goodness, when they started looking for more goals, did they get them? 8-2. That's 6 goals in a row. A little pre-flip and a catch to get the takeoff for Violent Panda. Dignitas are in the highest gear right now. Just unbelievable stuff. And AS Monaco, it's going to be hard to remember how well they played earlier on in the series. It's going to be so difficult for them to think back to when this was a close one. Every single game this series was close except this. But what a painful ending they've had. Dignitas have absolutely stomped them. And they've gone 3 wins in a row to take the lead in Group A. ASM will have to beat, well, at least one of their other opponents. 2 if they want to qualify completely on their own terms. But yeah, that one I am not going to forget to save. That's just outrageous by Violent Panda and Yukio. You know, and Astral as well to get the initial pass started.